So this is my second video on this channel. It's a two-parter with the first video, which is this eye look. So today I'm going to be showing you my everyday foundation routine. I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. Okay, I wouldn't call this my everyday foundation routine because I don't wear makeup every day. And on like the most days I wear makeup, I kind of have a more natural just like concealer. But when I'm doing like a bold eye or like an intense makeup look like this one today, then this is like the foundation routine that I do. So if you're interested in seeing how I got my skin to look like this and the products that I used, then I guess just keep on watching because I'm going to show you in this video. Okay, so yeah, bye. So the moisturizer that I use is the Simple Moisturizer. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Alright, so I'm completely out of this primer, but that is my all-time favorite primer as of now. So I'm going to be using the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. I do like this one as well. I don't have big pores, but I find it to be just a good primer anyways. So I just focus it on my T-zone. So the foundation that I use is the Born This Way Too Faced foundation, and I am in the shade Porcelain. So then what I do is I take whatever setting spray I'm using at the moment. This is the one I'm using now. And I just kind of spray my sponge. Lightly let it dry so it's not soaking wet. And I just kind of pounce all over my face. And this is a really good job of really blending it into my skin, but also making it look super flawless. But if you're having issues with like your foundation separating, I definitely recommend trying that trick. Or if you're noticing that your foundation like kind of wears off throughout the day a lot quicker, then I would recommend doing that. It's going to make your foundation last. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral and just applying this under my eyes, my nose, my chin, my upper lip, and a little on my forehead. Blending that out. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my foundation, spraying my sponge. Okay, so next I'm going to do my cream contour. This is essential in my routine. Even if I'm just applying a little bit of concealer, I always do this like cream contour and bronzing and everything, because otherwise I look super pale, because I am super pale. I do not tan to save my life unless it's self-tan, and I hate self-tanning, so I'm just always pale. So what I use, oh my goodness, my nose itches. So the contour stick that I use is the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick by Benefit, and this is by far my favorite. And so I just apply this on my cheeks, on my forehead, my temples, and just a little bit down here. Then I just use an angled contouring face brush like this, super fluffy, and I just blend this out. I do take it down a little bit when I'm blending. I don't make a line there with my contour, stick, just because then it becomes a little too harsh. But just while I'm blending, I kind of go like that, because as you can tell, I'm really plump, and so I have a round face, and that just kind of sculpts me out a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. So using the same contour stick and just this like super thin brush. I'm not really sure. This is from It Innovation Beauty. I haven't really heard of it. I don't even remember getting this brush. Just take it down the sides of my nose super lightly. You have to be super careful doing a nose contour. Definitely on the bottom. That's going to really lift the tip of your nose if you put contour on the very bottom of it. So like that. I keep it very minimal and simple. And I just blend it out with my finger. So I'm really quickly going to take my Tarte Shape Tape, just take it down the bridge of my nose, and blending that out with my finger slightly. So I quickly set my whole face with this pressed powder by NYX. It is the NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Translucent. And then I blend my under eyes more because they crease really bad and really easily. So I do one eye at a time. And then using a tapered contouring brush or highlighting brush, I just take that in the powder and set my under eyes really quickly. Then I'm going to set my whole face with this really crappy fluffy brush. If I'm in a different position or the camera's all weird, it's because my camera just turned off. So, sorry about that. I'm just going to place this under my eyes. And I focus like on my nose, right up against where I contoured. I just kind of, I can't talk while doing it. So that will just make the contour a little bit more prominent without having a lot of dark. And then I make sure to bake my chin really well. While this is baking, I take this time to bronze and contour my face. So I use my Real Techniques blush brush and the Hoola bronzer. I have this like little miniature size, but I want to get the bigger size because it's hard to get this big brush into this little container. But yeah, I got it just to try it out, and I understand what the hype is about this. I love this to death. So I'm going to quickly do a rough contour. I'm not going to do anything too extravagant. So to contour, I grab my LORAC Los Angeles palette and grab the shade Ray. So I just go about like kind of the width of the brush. I just kind of like place it right there. And I just kind of go back and forth, kind of just creating a sharp line. And then kind of flick it up. So I don't like the contour or the bronzer to be too intense. So I do try to keep it really minimal. So I take a very small amount just down the sides of my nose. Just take a small amount right under my lip. That's just going to give a little bit of shadow and make your lips look a little bit more plump. Before I do anything else, I'm going to grab my loose powder again. And I'm just going to carve out my contour. I don't make it too perfect because I kind of blend it out at the end. It's just to clean up anything. So I don't bake for too long, so I'm just going to quickly brush this out. You should bake for about 5 minutes. You can bake longer, but we'll say about 5 minutes. I'm going to grab the brush that I set with first to blend out my under eye. Now, since my bake is all brushed away, it kind of went all over my face. So I do like to just go in with a little bit more bronzer, just to keep me bronzed. Now for blush, I'm using MAC in the shade Flower Power. And to apply that, I'm just using a stipple brush from Real Techniques. I like to use a stipple brush. I find it gives me a little bit of a more natural blush. So I apply it to the apples of my cheeks and then lightly brush it back. I'm having a lot of issues with my camera right now, so again, If it looks different, I greatly apologize. It just overheated. Now we're going to highlight, which is my favorite part. I don't have a really good highlighting brush. For highlighting today, I'm going to be using the Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is the Sun Dipped one. So we're going to mix Summer and Moonshine together. I'm just using this contour brush, this angled contouring brush. It's like not the best one to use, but it's the one I'm going to use. And so I'm just applying this onto my cheekbones. Now I'm going to be grabbing just a smaller tapered brush. Grabbing the same 2 shades. I'm just going to apply it onto the tip of my nose. I'm one of those girls that likes to look like Rudolph and have a super shiny nose. If you don't like that, I apologize. You can look at me like I'm crazy. That is perfectly fine with me. I just like it when I look at myself in the mirror. Okay? And then I just apply it to my Cupid's bow, which makes your lips look super plump. And then when I finish off the rest of my makeup, I'll apply a little on my inner corners and underneath my brows. So to finish it off, I'm just going to be setting my whole face. Whew. And then just fanning it off. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. So I finished the rest of my makeup. That's what it looks like. So now you can see what the foundation look looks like with a full face of makeup. If you're interested in seeing how I did this eye look, I'll leave a link to that down in the description. I just filmed that too. Filmed 2 videos. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I do this eye look, then you can go watch that video. Yay. If you wanted to, you can follow my Instagram. I just created it. It is Beautyberry Cosmetics, same as my channel name. I'll leave a link in the description below if you are interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. That's just what people on YouTube say. Don't really know what it does or what it means, but you can do it if you want. If you don't like this video, most people won't, so you can join the club. Okay, I'm gonna be done talking now because I am just rambling. Okay, goodbye.